I'm not going to teach you how to use debt. It's like someone calling me on the radio and saying, how can I build my credit score? I'm not going to assist them in doing that, although I know how to assist them in doing that. But I don't believe it's good for them, and so I'm going to say, I can't help you with that. What I can help you with is that here's the reasoning why you don't need to build your credit score, because it's an indication you've been borrowing money your whole stupid life. It's not an indication that you're good with money. A high credit score is not an indication that you're wealthy. It's not an indication that you're smart. It's not an indication of anything except you paid a lot of interest to some stupid butt bank for the last 15 years. This is the only way you get an 800 credit score. And so I'm not going to help you build your credit because I don't think it's good for you. If you want to do that, you're going to have to do that on your own. And, you know, but here's the thing. If you want to be agnostic as a counselor, you're going to be ineffective. Agnostic to the principles.
Think about a basketball coach. If you don't care about winning, you're not going to be a good coach, right? And so if your player comes and says, hey, I see that you want to run this offense, but really I just want to jack up three-pointers all day, then I'm not going to be your coach. You're not going to be on my team. That's the only way you could do that, right?
Yeah, you cannot be agnostic to principles when you're coaching.
Especially for short-term business gain. That will fail in the end every time. Every time.
Yeah, when people want to, by agnostic, I'm not talking about faith. I'm talking about you're not tied to the principle as having it works. Once you be, I'm not agnostic to the law of gravity.
Right.
I believe it. I believe it's a law. I've experienced its effects.
Correct.
And if my 3-year-old grandchild wants to do something that's going to put him at risk, I'm not going to go, well, try that flying thing and see how it works.
Right.
Just jump your butt off a 2-story building and see how that works out for you. Yeah. I'm going to stop him from doing it because I love him and it's going to hurt him. Yeah. You know, it's a law. It's a principle, and I'm not agnostic. But the 3-year-old grandchild, in their ignorance, may be agnostic to, they don't give a rip about the law of gravity because they don't understand its effects yet. Right. And so this is, you have to adhere to principles in order to coach.
And so when you're a financial coach, you've got to have your firm principles. This is the way I teach how to be financially successful.
And if it's not a fit for you, that's fine. Because listen, if you want to leverage, if you want to buy nothing down real estate and you want to leverage and go up your eyeballs in debt and buy everything in sight and not think anything about debt and the risk associated with it, and you don't think debt is bad, you should see my good friend Robert Kiyosaki. He can help you with that. Robert and I are friends. He's a great guy. He and I completely disagree on this. And he's not agnostic about it either, by the way. He firmly believes it's the best way to build wealth, and I firmly believe it's not. But we're still friends. We don't disrespect each other and anything like that. But, you know, if you want to buy nothing down real estate, you don't need to call Dave Ramsey. He's not going to help you with it. Right. You need to call Robert. He'll help you with it. And so I'm not a fit for everyone. If you want to be a Bitcoin billionaire, you don't need to call me. Because I'm going to tell you Bitcoin's stupid. Don't do it. And you know, which I need to say that at least once a day because it keeps the internet really buzzing.
I'm happy to say
the more I say it, the better it goes. So the better the social media people, the Bitcoin warriors. It's my favorite thing to stir up since the gold bugs.
It will be
when I start up all the gold people. But anyway, yeah, I don't believe in buying gold either. Let's piss those guys off. I don't believe in buying whole life insurance. Let's piss those guys off. I don't believe in buying a car on debt. Ever I'd ride a bicycle first.
Wait a minute. Do you like buying timeshares, Dave? Tell us about timeshares.
I mean, you know, this is the thing. So you really, you got to make that call, Jake. And that's why John was questioning whether you believe it or not. I believe you do believe it, but I think you're just trying to be a nice guy and help everyone.
And that's a great point. You can't do that. You're not going to be a good fit for everybody. It's going to cost you some business, and you're going to need that extra coaching client, and you're not going to get that money per hour that you've got built in because you stuck to your principles, and that's how you win long term.
And they'll say, that guy Jake, me and him don't agree, but he does know who he is.
And he's honest. He was honest with me.
He was honest with me. He told me not to do it.
And this is who I'm going to be. This is the plan I'm going to follow. I'd love to take you there, but if that's not for you, then so be it.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's a good question. It just takes me a minute to unpack. Why do I think that? Because it's automatic for me.
Yeah.
After all these years of doing this, it's just autopilot. I don't even think about it.
Well, and I'll tell you, back in grad school, we had some class sessions on how to appropriately break up with a client. Say, I'm not a good fit for you, and I'm sorry.
But you know what? There's
it is a skill you got to learn, right?
But there's this thing, and it's not Jake, but there's this thing in the culture, and Jake, we're partially reacting to that we're supposed to be okay with everyone. And I'm not.
Yeah.
Because some of them are dumb.
Yeah.
You just need to do it. You know, you need to go, there's a right and there's a wrong.
Yeah.
There's a good and there's an evil. And it's, there just is.
Yeah.
And this thing, you got to be willing to do that. You got to be willing to do that, or you're going to be ineffective.